Alright. Here we go again. Alright, how's our settings? Looks good. We close Discord so we don't lag. Alright. Alright, we have work to do. Amazing. We're still alive. Still alive, Exile. Probably should sort through this stuff, see if any of it's actually worth using. Some of my gear is pretty terrible. Be nice to be able to use crit reduction boots at some point. Actually, I don't even need crit reduction from the belt. I'm already capped. Could swap belt. Probably armor, I think. This has cold res mana regen, not much else. I think armor wins. We don't have any cold res though. It's kind of painful. I needed a spare for this to get cold res. Hmm. Frailty, we don't need Exalted though. Can potentially turn that into a fractured crown at some point. Yeah, this is fine. All right. I think we're gonna bother with prophecies right now. I think we want. So we are quite under-leveled at the moment. Our gear is not bad. Except our cold res would be better. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're 20 levels under. We probably want to gain a few more before we push further. Lag. Oh my god, this lag is really bad. Alright, I think we're fine. You like the new video talking about the damage? Yeah, I thought it's pretty interesting to learn. My frame rate's always terrible when I first boot up the game. A little bit scary. I don't know what it is, but I always have like the worst frame rate right on launch. I don't know if that's actually something that they would consider changing, but I feel like it does kind of throw off players of what to expect. But even still, I think it's more of a hardcore problem. It's like in the case where I died, like it was like really bad RNG to also get the crit. If you have crit reduction, it's not as much of a problem. It's just really hard to get that while leveling. I don't think it's necessarily a problem on softcore. Like, you'll die occasionally randomly, but like that's not really a big deal. If you die like once every couple days randomly to some huge spike on softcore, like it's really not the end of the world. On hardcore, it just ends your run instantly. On softcore, I actually think DOTs are a bigger problem, because in general their damage is quite high. In hardcore DOTs, like, you generally have an idea of how much damage they're going to do. Even if it's high, at least you're aware. Like, you know you can't stand in the puddle. But with hits, it's so inconsistent that it's really hard to be prepared. I need to fix my filter. It's showing me everything. It's way too much stuff. Oh, I did not mean to complete that. Oops. Yeah, I think it's been a pretty good run so far. I mean, I'm playing an insane build, to be fair. I do actually think that this is the strongest build in the game. Although it is my own homebrewed theory-crafted build, so I guess technically I could say that I got this far on using my own build. Or whatever that counts for. Generally useful. All other exalted. I don't think we need this. It's showing way too many items. Willow Marsh. This is another good map. Willow Marsh is what I used to push 100 on launch after during the race. Really good XP map. I think all these immortalized give a lot of XP too. They're pretty good. Ignite. Why am I showing Ignite? Definitely don't care about Ignite. Shouldn't be on my filter. I'm a tested and strong theory crafter. Thank you, I appreciate that. I think for the most part, I don't generally make a lot of builds in a cycle. Like I don't publish a lot of like, here's like all these new builds. But the ones that I do put out, I try and make sure that they're high quality. I usually won't make a video on a build if it's not at least like either really interesting or really strong. Do I have a core unique for the build? Yeah, the core unique is Fragment of the Enigma, but we don't have it yet. As you can see though, it doesn't really matter. We don't have any uniques right now, minus Jorah's, which is pretty strong. But you don't need Enigma to start the build. Let's check out Nemesis. Oh yeah, I was doing Relic. We did get LP. Wow. Alright. We actually got LP on our first Stormcraft. I think Wrong Warp is pretty strong, Ladle's pretty strong, Enigma is core. Unstable core, I think, is also not technically core, but it's pretty high value. Imagine if it goes to 2 or 3. Yeah, that would be insane. I can't even use it yet, I'm only level 70. That's the funny part. I already have a LP Storm carved, and I can't even equip it. Also, full disclosure, I may have had 1 or 2 drinks before this stream. So if I die, I do have an excuse. Late for stream. Yeah, it's really late for stream too. I don't normally start streams this late. It's 8 p.m. Already had dinner and all that stuff. So yeah, it's a pretty late stream. It probably won't be a long one. I think at most we might have 3 hours before we get ready for bed. We'll see. Just a chill stream today. We'll see how far we get. I don't really have a lot of move speed. I think that's the biggest issue with my build right now, just lacking move speed. But I'm not in too much of a hurry. I feel like move speed is how you end up making player mistakes. Start getting yourself killed. You just run into stuff before you have time to react. Oh my god, lag. I could definitely be going faster, but I'm fairly comfortable with this pace. I'm not gonna rush it until we have better gear. The worst lag spike is whenever you charge the beacon. Yeah, that one's pretty rough. I know a lot of people have issue with the beacon. We do have our 8 points here. This is pretty good. I think I get more mana. I could also get crit multi, but I don't have much crit chance yet. We'll grab more mana. Those are really strong nodes. I might take some idle prophecies. We'll see. For me, the worst lag spike is, it's one of the snow maps. I forget which one. And the dragon-looking enemy. What is it called? Misshapen something? Do I memorize the build or look at your own guide? It's not memorized. I know what nodes are good. Like, I generally have a feel of what nodes are strong. And I kind of just pick them based on what I feel I need at the time. So it's not that I remember every node and what order to take every node, I just know what the build needs. There's not like any right answer for how you build it. Like, you generally need mana, you need intelligence, you need crit multi. Like, all these things are pretty consistent. How you choose to get them depends on like what gear you have and how far you are in progression. Crit multi, I'll take it. I might need shards. Actually, maybe focus is pretty good. Now that I think of it, we just instantly refilled our mana there. Not bad. When is it safe to switch over to the final? I switched over to this setup at level 51. I don't even have unique items yet, and I'm doing content almost 20 levels above me. Your Sorc build is good when you said fool a lot? What is the trigger for fool? Is that when you kill things? I don't even know what makes the character say that. I assume it's just like random, right? We could take unique items. This is not high value. I'll take unique item, sure. It's Ritual Lake, it's a good map. Yeah, the static orb build, you probably want maybe 1200 mana. Probably at least 100 int. Whenever you kill a certain amount, yeah, maybe, I'm not sure. Dragon Staff with lightning. Not bad. 1 LP. We didn't get the 2 LP. This might actually do cold damage. We have really low cold res. Wait a minute. Oh, we get cold res from teleport. I forgot. Got spell lightning on the Culnivars. That's funny. I still don't think it's usable. Alright, there it is. Not bad. LP. Alright, so what's the level? 78 before I can use this. That's a little bit painful. I can deal with that though, that's fine. So it'll be really nice if I can get a slam on this. I'm not gonna rush it though, I have no reason to slam it this early. Can't even use it yet. It'd be very nice to be able to get that relic equipped though. I don't even have anything to slam onto it yet either. I want a pretty good exalted relic. You missed the answer. I was just saying you want like 1200 mana and probably like 100 int before you switch. Otherwise it won't feel very good. Specific unique? No, not really. It helps if you have a fractured crown to swap for boss fights. I'm actually not sure how much damage that dragon does. I don't think it would one-shot me, but I don't really want to find out. Arena. XP tomes though. I guess we'll take it. At least we get an experience shrine. "17 waves. Oof. I usually just reset. When I get 17, just reload the map. But it's fine. I'm underleveled anyway. And I got an experience shrine, so I can roll with it. Arenas are very boring though. Hey, level up. Twin Jora rings. Yeah, you can do Jora rings, double Jora ring for boss damage if you want. That is probably the best in slot for burst damage. I never really bothered with it, but it would give you the most damage. You need to make sure you do your burst during the 4 seconds though. Otherwise, he won't do any damage. Let's go get more XP tomes. Get that XP. What rank are we now? Rank 3. So we do have the Runes of Ascendance. Am I showing set items on my... Should be. Yeah, I think I am. Ooh. That actually does a lot of damage. I think that was a crit. Wait, I'm crit immune, never mind. It doesn't matter. The wing things do big damage, yeah. Yeah, this is a little bit scary. We're not capped fire res either. Not ideal. Wait, why do I have this equipped with no craft on it? Why have I not put a prefix or anything? Did I mean to equip this? Yeah, this is one of the laggy maps for me. It's not too bad right now, though. I often get bad frame rate in this one. Especially when I have to fight the misshapen dinosaur thing. Let's put cold res, I think. Maybe Ellie res. I could even do more armor. 4 per second. Frozen Lake. Yeah, anything with a lot of enemies can be laggy. Let's do Ellie res. Okay, it's not bad. 5, it's a low roll. Let's go for the high. We get 8, not bad. Ah, feels bad. That is an upgrade though. We are capped on our resist now. We have over 100 int with drill ring. Pretty good. This map can be laggy sometimes too. So how many enemies? It's very high density. Oh my god, lag. I'm freezing for like several seconds at a time here. Don't die, yeah. Yeah, that's the scary part. You just get some lag for a bit, and then you're gone. Doesn't take much to end a run. Huge XP in this area, though. It hit 73. Yeah, I think it's a game issue. My PC's not bad. Just sometimes lags for whatever reason, even if you have a good computer. We have an egg with Polaris. Do we want Polaris? Not really. I don't think we have anything worth egging. Alright, we have the mana, we have the Archmage. Now what do we go for? Probably Rune Master, I think. We get the int and all that good stuff. Int with Catalyst. It's pretty strong. We don't need it yet, though. So I could get the Spellblade int. Gives me a little defense here. Ward Decay. Just give me like 100 extra baseline ward. We don't really need damage. I don't think I'm going to bother with crit multi yet. Wait for empowered. I could get cooldown. This is pretty strong. This gives me a lot of gear flexibility if I take the crit reduction. I don't need it yet, but it'll help. This flat spell damage I probably don't need. I don't think this is efficient. It's fine. I think for now we take mana. We'll keep getting int. That's word retention. Why not try this for funsies? Nope. Twas not meant to be. If we do get the Enigma, though, we'll do pretty big damage. I think for defense, Catalyst is probably better than a staff. I know we're playing LP right now, but you watch all the videos. Appreciate all you do for the community. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. And thank you for the sub. 2 months. Let's go. Welcome back. Hope you enjoy your stay. I'm guessing you're playing D4 or PoE right now. Hey, let's go. Thank you so much for the sub. Welcome to the crew. Hope you enjoy your stay. PoE right now, yeah. I hear it's an interesting PoE league with the settlers of Catan or whatever it is. Looks pretty cool. Hope you're enjoying that. Yeah, thank you both for the subs. It's very much appreciated. I know Ellie is not the most popular game on Twitch right now, so do appreciate you guys dropping in, showing some love. You haven't actually played PoE in like 3 leagues? I don't think I've played PoE in probably 4 years. Roughly. I hope this guy doesn't do a lot of damage. I don't think so. I heard it's a melee league in PoE. We are standing in the DOT, but it seems like we're fine. They should make a FrozenSentinel mage. That'd be pretty cool. I'd get that. It'd be super cringe for me to actually use a skin of myself, though. The Melee League? Nice. Yeah, I always enjoyed Melee, although, to be fair, I played, like, Cyclone and stuff, which is... I don't know if you can really call it Melee, it was, like, screen-wide AoE. It's a bit of a stretch to call that Melee. Good times, though. That was fun. Do we have any catalysts that have faction on them? I don't think so. I'll just drop all these because I'm not gonna send them. The Legion Scream-Wide Cyclone. Yep, that's the one. That is the one. I enjoyed that. That was a fun league for me. It was that league, and then the... I think it was Delirium League was another one. I played the Herald Stacking build. This is a really good roll on the ring, by the way. I don't know if it's worth... I don't think I would ever use this ring, though. Yeah, those were some of my favorite leagues. There was the Herald Stacking League, where everybody had, like... Well, not everybody, it was crazy expensive. But you could have, like, 20 attacks per second with, like, 200 million DPS. You had, like, infinite defense. You had a GG Scion. 2 billion DP. Yeah, something like that. That was the league where I made a Herald Stacker with every class. I leveled every class to 100 except I forget what the class, the beefy boy, is it Barbarian? Berserker? Marauder, that's the one, right? Yeah, I made every class to 100 as a stacker without, or except Marauder. That was a fun league for me. Juggernaut? I think Juggernaut was like the subclass, wasn't it? The Mastery or Ascendancy or something? Not Enigma. I think that was the league where I did a race to solo get to level 100. And then I leveled a fresh character from 0 to 100 in like... It was less than 3 days. Which I know, like, compared to what racers do now, that's not that fast, but at the time it was pretty cool. The speed that you could go with those characters was nuts. They were so fast. It's just regular crit, man. Marauder, Jug, and Chieftain, yeah. Out of 0 to 100 in this game? Honestly, you say that, but in PoE it was much, much more time consuming to get to 100. On League launch, I actually did get to 100 in under 3 days. My mage is on the leaderboards. And I didn't even play very well. I could have easily gotten first place, but I was screwing around with Harbingers and stuff. Wait, let me show... I don't know if... Can I see the leaderboards here? Class, mage level... Cycles. Wait, what? Why doesn't it show? Is it bugged? Can I not show my... Well, either way, I'm rank 4 here. I think it was like less... It was less than 30 hours total. We got our rank 100 on the morning of the 3rd day. Like right in the morning. I did actually sleep, unlike some of the other people. Yeah, that was a pretty good run. PoE is definitely, you need way more experience to get 100 in PoE. Not even close. The characters are so ridiculously overpowered. Yeah, 100 is not too bad in last Epoch though. If you can get to like 300 corruption or so, you can get to level 100 within, I'd say probably 10 hours. Even if you're like level 90, if you go real hard, you can probably get to 100 from 90 in like maybe 10 hours, like just all out. Strength now. All of that is on VOD, by the way, if you're curious, the strategy I use. I think we definitely want to go get our experience blessing at some point, so I can level up faster. Probably wait for Empowered to do that, though. Oh, we have actual Shade of Orbis already. I can do the boss. Guess we might as well go for that.
Yes.
This map seems to be laggy as well.
Fools.
Am I making any new Sorc builds? Probably not. I don't think so. I feel like Sorc is already solved. We've already probably found the best Sorc build, I think. If you can one-shot bosses and speed clear echoes at 1,000 corruption, there's not really much else to do. Like beyond that, I don't think it's possible to make a Sorc that's much better than that. Might try Primalist. I think there's some pretty cool stuff that I could do. I don't think it's as strong as Sorc, but there could be interesting interactions. Have they hinted at what the next season is going to bring? There's the roadmap. I think that's the best indicator that we have. They've said there will be a new Paladin skill. Beyond that, I don't know anything. Elemental damage, man. Oh wow, that's a really good bone amulet.
What brings you here?
Yeah, I think the roadmap's the best thing we have right now. We got mana, Ellie damage. This is a really good bone amulet. Ellie res, biz res. Wow, this has everything. I don't think we're gonna need more fizz res, so I can seal that probably. Everything else here is quite good. We don't have a despair. Even if I had one, probably wouldn't be ideal. It's a very low roll though. I can try and roll this gamble. 20 and 37, that's probably fine. How do I get so much ward? We have like mana spend gained as ward. We have ward gen based on our mana. And, we also have current mana converted to ward. We have a bunch of ward generation stuff. All sorts of shenanigans. Should be an upgrade, right? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Chaos it? Yeah, I could chaos it. I guess I could. Yeah, I might as well chaos it. This is a pretty good amulet, though. I don't know if I want to go for the chaos. I only have 9 FP. There's no chance I get a better. I guess we do chaos. Poison res. I don't think I need poison res. Do I? Yeah. Actually, I'm using 2 idols. That saves me... That saves me a lot of idle slots. This is pretty good. Alright, poison res is a win. It's a lot of idle space here. If they introduce leaderboards for high corruption, is that something I would go for? Maybe. I might consider it, but like, I don't know. High corruption pushing is a little bit troll, because it kind of just comes down to your ability to one-shot shade. That's the only real challenge. All the other stuff you can like struggle your way through. Like I don't think corruption is like a very good challenge. Like Arena, for example, if your character's not very strong, you're gonna die eventually and you're gonna, lose. But with corruption, like it kind of just comes down to how determined you are rather than how good your character is. Like even last league, the people who pushed the most corruption didn't necessarily have the best character. They just were very committed. We have room for something here if we want. I suppose we do have room for a 4, right? We don't need lightning. People are going to compete. Yeah. I don't think it's a... I feel like it's a bit of a toxic competition. Like even though I don't like Arena, I still think Arena is a better like indicator because you can't just like cheese your way through it. If your build is not strong, you're gonna die eventually, and you can't like you don't get to continue if you die like you do with corruption leaderboards. Like you could die to 100 times to shade, but if as long as you kill it once, you get to progress. We only are missing cold res, so I can put anything I want for idols. We don't have anything useful here though. Fire res. Do I even need this? Not really. I suppose I might as well get res capped. And then we'll take some stun chance, I guess. There we go. We are res capped at level 73 with 1600 armor, actually 2000 armor, 500% ward retention, and armor crit reduction cap. We're like insanely tanky. Like super tanky, over 2000 resting ward. This is by far the tankiest level 70 something I've ever had. Yeah, we are cooking. Oh, they're all grouped up. Look at the damage. Whenever enemies group up with Spark Charge, they just insta-die. Maybe we can even get all res here, that'd be pretty nice. Let's see if we can get all res. This boss is probably going to be a pain, isn't it? I don't even think that that would one-shot me. I think I'm too tanky. I don't want to risk it though. I guess technically I could look it up and calculate how much damage it would do. %9% all res? Sure. I'll take it. Alright, there we go. Let's try and grab some XP tomes, try and catch up on XP a bit. So we are pretty far behind now. 17 levels down on the area. I could go for ladle killing mages, but I feel like it's probably not worth it. I would rather have ward retention. I don't really want to do too much farming non-empowered monos. Really need to try and find some catalysts. I can get the Enigma. So we have enough int, I think, to make use of it. My videos on favor farming, prophecy target farming still relevant? They should be mostly relevant, yeah. The favor farming videos I made, actually I made one recently on the best method. The main difference right now is XP tomes are no longer that great. They've been nerfed pretty heavily. Other than that, though, most of the stuff I said should still apply. I did make a video recently on the best favor farming method for 1.1. So that should help, hopefully. Let's get an Enigma. No Enigma. Feels bad. The video about damage variance is cool. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I find that stuff really interesting. Just the math of how the game works. It's always really fun. A little bit of theory crafting. Do I feel regret because of video? No, I never feel regret making a video and then nerf. Definitely not. I have no interest in keeping stuff secret if it means it doesn't get nerfed. Doesn't do anything for me. Somebody who's planning on making content anyway. So I know, like, the thing about these things is, like, whether I make a video or not, there's gonna be some people that are abusing these things. So I'd rather make it, like, equal playing field, right? So that I think either nobody knows, or they fix it, or everybody knows. It's long-term good. Yeah, I think so. I know for a fact that EHG does watch my videos, so if I do make a video on a bug or anything like that, if they feel like it's a problem, they'll fix it. I feel pretty confident about that. And sometimes they'll even talk to me or provide a little bit of information to me directly, like when I did the what was it? The rounding issue for the items. Like, I got communication from EHG confirming what I was saying before I uploaded the video. Yeah, I'm sure they'll watch the video. They usually do. They do look into that sort of stuff to make sure everything's working as expected. They have a pretty good grasp on the community, like you said. If it's a problem, they'll address it. It's not technically a bug, so I don't know. Yeah, I didn't really know whether or not enemies had the same thing. I knew, like, obviously you see it for your character. Your damage numbers are not always the same. But yeah, it's definitely a thing for enemies too. If I didn't die in hardcore to it, I probably never would have bothered to do that research. Like that's what really got me interested. It's like you die to random stuff in software all the time, but you don't really think anything of it. In hardcore, it's more important to know what you did wrong. It's gonna tilt you, yeah. You can just pretend that it's not there if you want. Pretend it didn't happen. Oh, we're actually like way overcapped here. I can swap out some res. Yeah, damage has a huge range. It's definitely true. It's not really an issue in monoliths, just because by then you should have crit reduction, but early campaign, like, there's no chance that you have crit reduction at, like, level 30. Unless you get extremely lucky, you're not gonna have any way to deal with that. You're gonna rip. Gonna be ripperoni. The damage range can own you and being stunned? I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think that is the case. At least it seems like it. I don't really need anything. I guess I will put cold res just so I'm overcapped for like mark for death and everything. I don't need to be overcapped. But it's better to be safe than dead. Yeah, I think the range applies for maybe ailments. It might just be stun. I don't know if the other ailments are the same. Maybe the stun chance is actually working. I feel like it's making a difference. Blinded enemies can't crit you? Yeah. I think that was the change that they made. Seems to be the case. LE damage mana regen. Yeah, we got another one. Fizz res. That is not what we need. Yeah, the blind thing is new. That's as of 1.1. That was not the case in 1.0. It's not a reliable form of crit mitigation. So if you don't apply the blind before getting hit, then you still take full damage. So like for example, spires, you can't really blind the spires and stuff like that most of the time. There's a lot of cases where you can get crit by things that you can't really blind. So I would only consider using it during leveling, which you probably don't have it because it's a rare affix. So I think blind is not that great. The blind spire doesn't have eyes. I mean, you can blind it if you hit it, but that's only if you're next to it. When it's shooting across the map, it's a little different. I don't think blind has any, like, reduced effect on bosses. Pretty sure it still works. You know, I think my favorite thing about this build versus the Frostlord build from last season is that in this season you do have some baseline ward generation. Last season you'd have like 0 ward until you start casting. And all the time I would just go into an echo and immediately die because I didn't have any ward yet. I like the way it is now a lot more. These gloves are actually potentially interesting. Lightning res all attribute. That's probably not worth it. I don't think many builds endgame use Citadel boots. So there's some really strong unique boots that fit that slot. The Oracle Amulet, that is a problem though, I agree. But even then, I don't think DOT is that much of a problem until high corruption. Like, I don't actually think DOT is, like, that huge of a deal anymore. And even then, like, Oracle Amulets, I don't think it's worth using early on. Yeah, it matters for class. For classes that can consistently generate EHP or recover, like you have Leech or you have Ward Regen, DOT is not as big of a deal. God, these bird things are so annoying. Int armor? Dodge. No move speed though. Yeah, and high corruption DOT does insane amounts of damage. You instantly die, basically. Scaling is just way too hard to deal with. It almost seems like it scales harder than other types of damage. It's really strange. This is the enemy that killed us in our first run. I don't think I'm going anywhere near it. The poison and the blood ones, yeah. The nemesis can be a little scary. You can off-screen them pretty well. For melee build, oh yeah, for melee build that probably sucks. Those little bats used to be pretty rippy as well. I play other ARPGs. I played PoE in the past. I don't anymore. I played some D4. Not really super interested in playing that anymore either. We're pretty happy just playing Last Epoch for now. When I'm not playing Last Epoch, I mostly just chill and play like random single player games or something. Just to decompress. I don't really have enough mental fortitude to play multiple games this hard. It's the first one you've gotten into? Nice, yeah. It's a good choice. Last Epoch's definitely a lot of fun. A lot of really good ideas in this game that I think other ARPGs can learn from. Even like Diablo is already copying some of the Last Epoch ideas. Yeah. Yeah, the exalted items, D4 pretty much just copied it. Like straight up. Yeah, I don't blame them. It's a pretty good idea. It's not even that original, I guess. Maybe I'm just so used to Last Epoch it feels that way, but I think the LP system is probably the like crowning jewel of Last Epoch. That's, I think, my favorite. That and item factions. I think the whole idea of item factions being separate, that and LP are like the two biggest, like, huge brain ideas from Last Epoch. At least my favorite. Yeah, being forced to play in groups, 100%. That's like one of the main reasons I get frustrated with D4. Like, you have your boss rotations, you have your like Helltide thing where you have to go into open world and whatever, you have your world bosses. Like all that stuff. I mean, the big one is like rotations, when you need to find a group. Like the most efficient way to play Diablo 4 is in a group. I don't like that. Hey Ducky, what's up? How's it going? Yeah, group project, pretty much. It's a big part of what ruined D4 for me. And even like in season 3, I went pretty hard into D4. Like I got all my Uber uniques and everything. But the way I did it was literally by carrying people who RMT'd the materials to spawn the Uber boss. Like how was that fun? Like the whole way I acquired my uniques was just making a strong one-shot build and then doing carry services for people who spent real money to get in-game materials. Oh my god. Fragment of the Enigma, let's go. Low roll. Low roll, but we take it. Excited for Titan Quest? I have honestly no idea anything about Titan Quest. I am not in the loop at all. Tried to get your friends into D4? Yeah, I played D4 with friends. I think that's like the only time I had any fun. Guess that's not really true. I did have some fun playing the game, but the whole like endgame loop it just feels like really like anti-fun for me. And if you don't want to trade in D4, you get completely wrecked. Like not being a trade player is rough. You don't even have enough gold to do your crafts because of how much gold is concentrated in selling items to other players. And then also, like, in D4, you're expected to pick up all sorts of, like, after every single map in D4, you have to manage your inventory. What's with that? Like, how is that fun? In Last Epoch, if an item is bad, you just don't pick it up. It's so much better. I was trading on less. I only play COF as well. I can't tell you about trade. I know there's been a lot of complaints about trade having issues. You finished, you got the Ubers you need. Nice, grats. Yeah, it's good to call it a day then. That is enough D4, probably. They ban all the duper, but the damage is still there. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the other thing too is like for Merchant Guild, when you flood the market with gold, which is what happened, you're also flooding the market with items too, because it makes Lightless Arbor free. And with all that like billions of gold in the market, everybody just starts running Lightless Arbor. And now all of a sudden the market is just completely flooded with like uniques and exalted items and whatever that were just created out of thin air. Like the whole economy is ruined. Yeah, it's a lot more damage than it seems initially. And even then, like the people who dupe, they have like other accounts and stuff where they buy items from themselves, and even if they didn't exploit directly, there's still like remnants. And even like legitimate players who didn't dupe at all, with like billions of gold in unredeemed shop sales that they can just use for the rest of the league. It's pretty problematic. But having an alternative to trade is a big reason why I chose Last Epoch as my go-to game in the first place. Like, not being forced to do trade and not really being punished for it is like the whole appeal of this game for me, or a big part of it. Like, that's such a unique idea. Like, all the games like this, they have solo self-found. But none of them really compensate players for not trading. I think Last Epoch is the first to do something like that. At least that I know of. Yeah, being able to do everything by yourself is good. I'm worried that they're gonna take that away. I see a lot of people complaining, mostly Merchant Guild players, that they don't have access to like the drop buffs. Yeah, SSF is not a compromise. Because like the way it works is, if there's no compromise for people who don't trade, then given the same amount of effort and skill, people who do trade are gonna have stronger characters, right? So either you balance the game around the strength of Merchant Guild players, or trading players, or you balance the game around SSF players, and most people do trade in PoE or D4 or whatever. So what that means is that SSF is just a challenge mode. You're just playing a harder version of the same game. And like that's not why most players pick SSF. They don't want to just be playing hard mode. They're doing it because trading is like anti-fun, right? I mean, COF is the buff to SSF, basically. And COF isn't even, it's not even equivalent to SSF, because you can play in a party, you can gift teammates, you can do all that stuff. Like, some of the items on my other character, like, I gifted, like, traded with my friend, because we played in the same group and it dropped, and then we gifted the item. So you still do have that option. I forget what I was doing. There's something I wanted to do, but I don't remember. Do I want to despair this? This would be pretty nice. I don't really need to. All this really has is armor. Endurance is completely useless, so we'll try and roll it. Threshold is even worse. That's pretty good. That's actually a pretty good belt. High roll on the armor, and I got even more armor. This is a solid belt with lightning damage on it too. We're over 2,000 armor now. Spicy. Alright. That's a good roll. Yeah, it is a really good roll. It's nice. We don't even need it, but I think right now I'm at like 130%. Just watching the video of the rip. Yeah. I'm not even salty, I swear. Not salty at all. No, but seriously though, I think it ended up being a learning experience, but not in the way that I thought it would be. It was a different kind of learning experience. Do I have frailty on my gear at all? Yes, I do. I do have frailty. You've never played Sorc, but do they have armor synergy? Every class has armor synergy. Armor gives you damage reduction. There's not much like built-in synergy in Sorc itself. I don't even think we get anything. No, Sorc doesn't get anything. Runemaster does get a few armor things. You can get an armor more multiplier for Runemaster. I think there might be some unique items you can do some ward stuff with armor. I don't remember offhand, but in general, armor is just a really good stat, and since we're stacking attributes anyway, we get a bit of strength, and strength gives you 4% increased armor per point. So we get a lot of armor, and then that gives us a lot of defense. You can see right here we have 25% non-phys DR, which is quite a lot. That's really strong, and we're going to be getting a lot more too. Soulfire. Soulfire Relic? So unlucky? Yeah, that was pretty unlucky rip, to be honest. I got video out of it though. We get to make some content, so that's what it's all about, right? We died, but we got content. Everybody's happy. I think the main thing with hardcore is like you just can't get too attached to any given character. There's always a chance you're gonna rip. You just need to accept that. The way I normally play the game is I like to min-max like crazy, which I don't think is compatible with hardcore. Eventually you're gonna die to some like disconnect or I mean even like a mistake. Like it's gonna happen eventually, right? And if you're putting like 700 hours into a character, eventually you're gonna rip. So for that, I prefer softcore. But for like a challenge mode, whatever, like I'm not super invested into this character. If I die, it's like, it's not that big of a deal. You just have to go into it with a different mindset. Oh, crit chance. Alright, that's not bad. It's not as good as spell crit, but it's still not a useless affix. Latency, yeah. That's the main thing, like when I died the other day, at least it wasn't to lag. If I would have died to lag, I probably would have been significantly more salty. I can deal with dying to like normal game mechanics. It doesn't bother me as much. At least you can technically say it was my fault, even though I'm still, I don't know if I can fully agree to that. I mean, technically it was. Corruption push, arena push. I want to get to 100. That's my first goal. And then after 100, I think I want to take out Aberoth. And then if we do all that, we might do arena push. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. I played well given what I knew. Yeah, I mean, I think given the information I had at the time, I don't think my decision making was incorrect. What did I think of the profane? I think it's interesting. I think you might be able to get more damage out of the Rip Blood nodes, because I think they multiply the blood orbs that you're using. Not completely sure, but I feel like there's a lot of damage potential with that build. Do you think Mana Strike Frostlock cost over 40 would apply to Spark Charge would work? I think it does work. I haven't tested it myself, but I'm pretty sure somebody did test it and it worked. I don't think it's intended to work, though. When I asked in dev chat, they said it should only work on direct casts, so if it does, it would be a bug. Yeah, it's a go again moment, I agree. I wasn't that far into it. I didn't really lose much time. A few hours. More damage from... I'm pretty sure the Rip Blood tree gives you damage increases to your orbs. Like if you go to Last Epoch Planner and you go to the skill page for the blood orbs that you're using, or the whatever orbs you're using for damage, you go to skill sources and it says that there's some multipliers you can get in the Rip Blood tree that I'm pretty sure will apply to the orbs. I'm not completely sure. It might not, but sometimes those things do work like that. It's hard to try another build after the Orb Claw build? Yeah. Some pretty strong builds. Very strong.
Yes.
Let's grab some of these while I
Yes.
remember.
Take care.
That's one of the main issues that I feel now is like, I want to make a new build, but it's so hard for me to find a build that can either compete with Frostlaw or accept that I'll just be making a worse build. You can't improve perfection. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, I know there's so many possibilities of builds and stuff, but it's really hard for me to imagine. Like, how can you beat, like, one-shot? You can just one-shot bosses. Like, you can't really improve on that. And the clear speed, you might be able to make it a little bit better, potentially. But you need a build that's able to do both. Like, this build can do both of those things. It's hard to compete with that. You can get 200% move speed, you can one-shot bosses, you can one-shot packs of enemies across the whole screen, you can off-screen, you're tanky. Like, there's basically nothing that you're missing. Like, I don't know what a build that's better than that would even look like. Ah, poison damage feels bad. Against +1 static orb, funny. Alright. Coagulated blood is in both trees. Yeah, I'm really not sure if it works. I don't know. I was just looking around and I saw that. It might work. Probably worth testing. Just open up the Rip Blood skill tree and search for, I think, coagulated blood, and it'll highlight the nodes I'm talking about. You can't do it on necrotic? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That's, yeah, so it might not be a thing then. I didn't look that deep into it. Just what I saw at first. We lose some word per second, bit of int. I don't know if this is actually worth it. Our resists are still good though. How much int do we have? 78. So this is 156 flat damage on our spark charge. So we should do crazy damage right now. You can convert it? Okay. Maybe we have something spicy there then. Oh, I give up a lot of defense for this, don't I? I don't know if this is worth it. We'll see how our damage looks. Should be pretty good. Oh yeah, we do insane damage now. Okay. Ooh, I got hit by the spire. Didn't do much damage though. Maybe like 1,000-ish. What's the plan for today? What time is it? 9:26. I don't know. I'm just trying to gain some levels. Might try and kill Herot. Get the armor blessing maybe, would be nice. Yeah, it could be a good synergy. Flat armor idle, I do like those. Yeah, definitely test it out, let me know. Let me know how that works. I'd be curious. If it does work, it seems like it could be pretty good. Oh, yeah, the plan for today, I do want to get to level 78 so I can equip my Stormcraft. That will be a very big power spike. I think it was level 78. I don't think you need to trigger Rip Blood. I think it just upgrades the spheres, doesn't it? Not sure though. We're 14 levels down from the area and we're just one-shot everything anyway. It doesn't even matter. That's pretty funny. Alright, what do we get here? A little bit more armor. I don't think I have anything here. I don't even know what I'd put in here. More slow and chill chance, maybe. Oh no, I want... This is going to give me more ward. That's good. This I don't actually know. I think I just get more overcharge. I'm not even using this though. Haste, I guess. Not that useful. The stun thing. Probably not useful. You do need stacks. I mean, you can self-cast. Rip Blood, I think you can get a bunch of damage buffs from Rip Blood. So if you want to, like, use Rip Blood before the thing, you stack up your belt, then you do Rip Blood a few times, and then you use your Profane, you might be able to get a big one-shot. You'd have to test it, though, see how good that is. We have another Spire to deal with. Feels bad. Spires are annoying. Use Fissure to Torment. Oh, for yourself, yeah. You could also use the Marina's Wand, right? For self-torment. I think that's what it does. The Unique Wand. I don't know if it's worth giving up Wrong Warp or whatever it is you're using. Probably not. It does give a lot of flat damage, though. How does it work? I think all the separate sources of mitigation are multiplied separately. So, like, if you have two sources of 10%, I think you would take 81% damage. So it'd go like 100 minus 10% would be 90%, and then 90 minus 10% would be 81%. At least that's my understanding. It should be in the game guide, though. Yeah, I have a lot less ward with Enigma, but we're killing stuff very quickly. Mad Alchemist is more damage. Yeah. Yeah, I figure. That makes sense. Yeah, I think you need Plague to stack up your belt. That's the problem, isn't it? Pretty sure Plague is for the belt. Wrong Warp is less damage? It might not be, depending on how much move speed you have. The belt, I believe it's the Emulator's Ablation belt. Gives you a bunch of flat damage. You have, yeah, you do have a lot of cast speed, that's true. I think Spirit Plague gives you multiple stacks of the belt per cast, though. I think that's why it's good. I don't know if for blood will give you that much. Last league I tried to use Frostclaw with the belt, and I had like over 300% cast speed, and I still didn't even get that many stacks. You definitely need a way to get multiple stacks per cast. Malins, yeah. Yeah, you need Malins for the conversion, I guess. It's probably the only way. With the belt double proc? I don't remember if it had to be direct cast. Maybe not. I think it might need to be direct cast.
Fools.
When you use, yeah, it might not be direct cast then. I think use is generic.
Fools. Fools.
They nerfed the belt pretty hard though. Used to be quite a bit stronger. I don't know if it's still worth using.
You've killed. Come. Give hero champion.
It's hard to get a lot of LP on the belt, yeah. That belt sucks to farm. You have to kill the Soulfire boss. This is not very fun. Herod is very frustrating. I do not like Herod. This is a boss I could actually die to if I mess up. I go into the cold area.
This is a mercy.
Or get killed by the stun.
Behold the rage of winter. Shatter. Do not stand in my way. This is a mercy. Rise, my fallen champions.
Oh, actually the DOT doesn't even do that much damage. It was 240, actually.
Shatter.
It was 6
This is a
6 per
mercy.
stack times 40 stacks.
Do not stand in my way. Come, sons of Artor. Aid me, fools. Fools. I did what I must to protect my
Armor,
people.
please. Give me armor. No armor. Feels bad. All of these are crap. Frostbite's a little bit of damage. I guess I'll put block. Doesn't do anything. No, it was 40 stacks. It was 240 damage. Pretty strong. Is it worth to run 4 times 3 places big mana idol? Plus 2 times adorn 4 places? What? You can't run 4 3x1s. I don't think, right? Am I crazy? Yeah, you'd put one here, one here. Oh, maybe you're right. Actually, yeah, you're right. You could do one. You could do 4 3s here, and then a 4 here, I think. I don't think you can fit... Oh, no, actually, you could offset them. You could do a 4 here and a 4 here in the corner. Yeah, you're right. You could do 4 3x1s and 2 2x2s. You don't need light damage, though, because you get, like, over 1000% increased damage for free. So running those 2 4x4s only gives you a very small amount of extra damage. It's probably not worth it. I think I'll do Spirits of Fire last. Although, I could do Spirits of Fire first. If I do Spirits of Fire first, I might get armor. I'll do it last, though. It's fine. What is defense? Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. You're gonna go to sleep? Yeah, I'll probably be going to sleep pretty soon as well. Yeah, have a good night. Thanks for dropping in. Always happy to share my knowledge, whatever little amount I have. Yeah, I think we don't need to look at staffs anymore. I think we're pretty much done with that. I can remove them from my filter. We have 2 more levels until we get our spicy relic, though. That'll be nice. We're kind of ignoring the echo modifiers at this point. I think I probably shouldn't be doing that. It seems to be fine, though. think this Scorpion has pretty high damage attacks. It's very squishy though. Try and avoid the arena. I'll go that way. You're gonna test her blood? Nice, nice. E6 mana on the gloves. Alright, that's pretty good. I can use that. Paw is way faster than Glacier, it's not even close. For Echo Clear, it's like a complete different level. I mean, for Glacier, you need to be pretty close range for one. I can just click across the screen and kill a pack of enemies. That makes a pretty big difference. It has auto-targeting, it has off-screening. None of these things that Glacier has. The damage is also higher for AoE. The only thing Glacier has probably is easier mana sustain. No, Glacier is easier for mana, because you recover mana on crit. That's pretty late game though, you need to have a lot of mana for Glacier to be better. Glacier does need better gear, and even when you do get better gear, it's still not better than Frostlaw. With low gear, Frostlaw is way better. Like, not even close. This is kind of scary. What makes Frostlaw look like sparks instead of ice? It's the node in the Frostlaw tree. Spark Artillery. You don't need this, it's completely optional. I could unspec it. I could even go Fire Frostlaw if I wanted. Doesn't really matter. Fire would probably even be better early on. The ignite damage is like something. Conversion to lightning, yeah. It converts to lightning, but you don't need to convert to lightning for this build. It's not important at all. You have 1k mana around 105 int. Can you swap to static orb? That's probably a little bit early. You're not too far off, but it might be a little bit hard. It might be fine. There's still one knight though. These gloves are kind of interesting. We have int on our current ones and crit reduction. That's pretty strong. I might be able to make these new gloves better though. Gotta go. Have a good night. Alright, thank you for dropping in. Have a great night. I'll catch you in the next one. How much armor do I have on my main character? Like 2,000-ish, maybe. Maybe 2,500 or 3,000. I don't remember. You don't need that much armor. You kind of just one-shot everything and generate a bunch of ward. Love your work on the video. Thank you. Let's... I think int is priority here. I don't technically need crit reduction. We can try. We'll do one seal. We do get it. I don't technically need. I could also do shred. This give me a bunch of damage. We have crit on our belt. We have crit on our chest. We're going to replace this though. We probably do want it on our gloves, don't we? Yeah, I think we do. It's a good spot to get it. Do I not have any shards for this? I don't? Really? Okay. I guess we'll do int then. For now. Oof. That's painful. Well, that's 28 and 64. Yeah, I mean that's good enough. That's 92. I think that's fine. We get a lot of mana from this. We lose armor though. Actually, a lot of armor. This gives us 100 mana, which is ward. I don't actually know. The Acolyte one with spell damage? It gives you flat damage. The whole reason why you would use that wand is for the flat damage. Static Orb has a bunch of more multipliers, so any flat damage you add makes a big difference to your bursts. It wouldn't be good for running echoes though, just be for bosses. I don't think we can use... We lose way too much armor. I'll keep my potential gear pieces here. Mana regen? These Void Horrors actually give a lot of XP, don't they? You need to cast it first to get the... Oh, yeah. Right, that could be a bit of a problem then. Here we go. We get a bit more ward retention now. Your Wrong Warp is trash. Yeah, Wrong Warp is just really strong. It gives so much increased damage. It's hard to compete with that. We're getting pretty close to our tome LE area. No. Our storm carved relic. Soon TM. It will be a very large power spike for me. Okay, this is a spire map. Need to be somewhat careful. I don't know if I'm gonna bother to ascend it yet, because I already do have an Enigma, just not a great roll. Probably just keep it around somewhere. Yeah, Lagan. Lagan is such a frustrating boss. Lagan's kind of a scary boss to fight in hardcore. Even though he's not particularly difficult, his attacks can one-shot me if I make a mistake.
Fools.
Let me try and ascend to Wrongworth. That could be interesting. Yeah, let's try that. Smoldering Lithrid. pathing in this map is terrible. There, we're almost to the boss for this one. The next one is Harbinger. That one's a little scary. Crystal Skull, nice. I don't think I've dropped any Exalted in items yet. I suppose it's not that weird, I'm not an empowered. Still though. T6 move speed. I feel like I might actually want that. Yeah, that might be an upgrade for me.
Fools. Fools.
Alright, so we got. Let's take a look at these boots. Can't can't really get int on these either. That one has ward decay. This has more move speed. It's not that great. If I could seal strength, this would be crazy. Hey Ice, what's up? How's it going? Good morning, yeah. It is almost bedtime for me, actually. Good morning to you, though. If I could seal this, this would be the dream. Oh my god, we seal. Alright. It's eating all my FP. It's eating my FP. Just kidding. Playing 74. Nice, nice. How's that going? What class did you end up rolling? Wow, this is actually spicy. Oh my god. It's craft. Alright. These boots are hilarious. You did the rogue? Nice. Rogue is always fun. More of a barbarian player myself, when I did play. But yeah, that's cool. I'm guessing you're gonna do a reroll at some point. I feel like character progression doesn't last that long in that game. You never enjoyed Barb? Barb was my favorite in D4. Oh, we have way more move speed now. Nice. This is pretty good. Flame Ward has the dual Aegis node, which allows us to double cast. You're talking about this one? I mean, it doesn't... You can't really use this to get a ward buffer. Because the charges don't... They don't regen at the same time. And you need to increase the cooldown to get it. It could be worth it. It probably is worth it. But it doesn't technically give you better uptime. I guess I could get it. Yeah. I think we do get it. It's for the times I don't do it, I can recover 2 charges. It's probably worth it. Yeah, that's a good call. I think that's fine. How's my resist? Necrotic is terrible now. We need to fix that. You followed my planner? I don't know if did I use Flame Ward in my planner? I forget. I might have. Did my planner use dual Aegis? Am I just rediscovering the node? I might have actually used that before and I completely forgot. Yeah, I think I did use it. Okay. Well, you can take credit for the idea. We'll say it was your idea. Didn't follow the hardcore progression. It's going pretty well. This is our current character. Yeah, it's doing pretty well. It is back to rip. Okay. You think yeah. That's my bad. Alright, we need a good... We need some good necrotic res here. 17, we have 16. I think these are the best ones we have. Your mana pool is only 4. Yeah, you definitely do need a lot of mana to make that work. Definitely true. Gold res we don't need anymore. Ellie res we do not need. And I think we have more cold res here. We can drop Ellie res. There we go. Perfect. We are capped. Void res, we are way over capped. I can grab a little bit more poison. Very useful. Glad to hear it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the build turned out. It's nice that you have progression options. Like you can start with very entry-level gear, and then you can take it all the way to endgame as far as you want to go with it. It's really nice that you don't need crazy gear to get started. I mean, especially if a noob like me can play it on hardcore. It's probably pretty good. I don't think this is worth it, is it? Probably not. This is fine. I think these idols are fine. We have capped res, that's what matters. Pretty solid. Use the 4x4. It does help, but there's diminishing returns. The main thing you're scaling in this build is your spark charge damage, which is lightning. You don't really care about Frostlaw. Frostlaw doesn't do much damage. The reason why getting increased lightning damage is not that important is because between Wrong Warp and Intelligence, which gives you increased damage as well, you already have over 1,000% increased damage. So getting like 20, 30, 50% more, it's really like diminishing returns. You don't get that much value. It's better to use those slots for other things like armor or mana or anything. Probably mana. Or resist if you're missing that as well. I just don't think getting increased damage is worth it. You could get ward retention. That actually wouldn't be bad. Those idols have ward retention. I don't remember what else they have. I think the best setup is the 4x1. 2 4x1s and 2 3x1s. They give mana and armor. The 4x1s give a higher roll. With your 3x1s, you want flat mana and percent mana. Let's see if we can get a wrong warp too. Wouldn't that be funny? No wrong warp. This has int on it. Amazing. We're almost 78. That means Stormcraft. There we go. Power spike incoming. Assuming we don't rip to this dude first. I think we probably actually we should drop flat damage. We don't need flat damage anymore now that we have Enigma. This is pretty low value. We literally get more flat damage from int. I need to do a respec here. This is not optimal setup anymore.
Hello, traveler.
Okay. So these points are all mandatory. I figured they would be. We need more points here. The crit chance is quite strong. Int gives me ward retention though, so this is defense. I could even get crit multi my spell crit. We don't have any base crit though, so it's not... Crit chance is not that high value. I get 1% actual crit per point. This is 20% of 5. So this is kind of actually low value.
Hello, traveler.
Can I unspec here? No. Didn't think so. Crit multi is probably not worth. I think these are the best.
Hello, traveler.
We do need one more point somewhere. It's probably going to be there. So we have like almost no crit multi. It's
Hello, traveler.
fine, I think. This is much stronger. How much int do we have now? 88? Pretty good. Is there anything I can fix here? Reactive ward I don't think we want anymore. We can reallocate here. Probably crit chance, I think. Or just more mana. This is only 3 per point. Maybe crit chance. This is more defense. Could also just do ward retention. We have a lot though from int. It's big diminishing returns. It's kind of a tough one. Health is one-shot protection, even though it's not actually that useful. I think we take one-shot protection. This is not the ideal choice here.
Hello, traveler. Hello, traveler.
There. So that gives us 3 points. Bit more mana, a bit more health as well. I did get all the int nodes here, right? Yeah. I don't think so. I'm only missing cooldown if I want it. I don't know if I do. Probably want to go for the crit reduction here to free up my gear a little bit. int and a little bit of ward. There, 90 int, not bad. So we have 200 flat damage on our spark charge right now. What is the tooltip at? 4,500, pretty good. Oh, actually, we're not even done yet. We're just getting started. Good night. All right, thank you for dropping in. Have a good night. Yeah, let me know how that build progresses. I'm excited to see that come together. Does this actually increase my damage? Yeah, it does quite a lot. And it gives me defense, I think. Wait, no? Yeah, it does. Gives me damage, mana, resist. Pretty good. Okay. So I have almost 600 mana now. Even 1 LP, yeah. Yeah, we have some pretty good gear. Surprisingly, it's actually quite good. We're very tanky. We do not need Fizz Res anymore, or Lightning Res. We do need Necrotic. Our res is a little bit messy right now. It's a little messy. Yeah, so we do need all of these Necrotic reses here. Poison res probably as well. I might have better though. You have the res blessing? I do, yeah. Mm. So do I have a good one here? No, not really. Poison res isn't that important. It's kind of low priority here. That's all the slots I can get with this idle configuration. You turn your nemesis, your legendaries into red with a power, yeah. The affixes are still random for both systems. It's less random for LP though. With LP, you have a 1 in 4 of getting the exact affix you want. With the Nemesis, if you get Legendary, the affix itself is random out of the entire pool of affixes. And the tier is not even guaranteed to be T7. In general, you're much less likely to get what you want out of Nemesis. But it's still worth... It's worth looking for LP uniques if you can get them, and if not, you throw them into the Nemesis anyway. You should be using both systems. I think this is acceptable. I can live with that. So our damage still pretty good, yeah. Pretty good. We can get some gear upgrades. So we fill out our resists and stuff. Flame Rush. I'll take it. I don't need it. Like collecting the affixes. Hoping I can do an episode on gold farming. People don't get gold by farming it. They get it by selling. The problem is that there was a gold dupe, so all the gold is inflated right now. All the prices are inflated, I guess. So you'll never be able to afford the items by farming, because that's not how the gold was created in the first place. But I'm definitely not the Merchant Guild expert. I've never played Merchant Guild. I only know from watching and listening.
Who are you?
A little bit scared of Harbinger. Not looking forward to that. Kinda tempted to grind out a few more levels before I attempt it. I am still 12 levels under.
Hmm?
Who are you? Where are you
Take care.
going? Who are you?
Which NPC am I supposed to talk to? Oh, there we go.
Where are
Take
you
care.
going? Gods.
Yeah, I mean, technically Merchant Guild is objectively better than COF for getting items, assuming that you play the market correctly. So that means you need to update your filter to show all of the items that have value, that are worth a lot of gold. You sell those items and then you'll have a lot of gold yourself, but it's a very involved process to play Merchant Guild properly. Like, it's very high effort. Definitely rewarding though, if you do it. You might feel that it's not worth it. In that case, COF is probably going to be better. Yeah, I feel like the XP in these areas is really low. T7 armor. Really nice chest piece.
Fools. Fools.
There are some other players that have Merchant Guild related guides though that might be helpful for you if you're trying to understand like which items to sell or which items to keep or not keep. There's also like Merchant Guild filters that are available online. I think it's like Sanctum Market or something. I forget what it's called. But they have regularly updated filters. Yeah, I agree. I find that sitting at a marketplace looking at items is kind of ruins the immersion of the game. I prefer to find them.
You there, help me.
Impressive. Nice. See, this guy likes my build. This NPC. LP, sure. The daily dose of the hardcore throw. We're going. We're still alive. Still blasting. You might get to be just in time to see my rip though. Inventory management is enough. I mean, to be fair, inventory management is worse for COF because you need to collect more items.
Lost refuge is gone, and iron ore that is left. Die with me, tremor. My magic has no equal. Perish.
Oh, I can just tank it.
Hopeless.
Just use Flame Ward and tank it. Yeah, I'm insanely tanky though, for unempowered. Do any of these do anything? They're all just shards. Body armor, yeah. Probably. I'll take these. I don't think I'm gonna use them. No. I'm doing Spirits of Fire for First Harbinger. Do you think this one's harder? I feel like this one might actually be harder. I'm not sure. Oh, this is a Spire. I'll have a few more levels by the time I get to Harbinger though. You do last rune. Let me try and grab these XP tomes. They don't really give much XP. Can I shoot it from across here? Yeah, apparently I can. Alright. Ward per second. Do I actually have it better? Yeah, I do. It's good to do harder ones early. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. I'm not really looking to push Harbingers early on. My #1 priority is getting level 100. If I feel strong enough that the risk is low, then I might. But I just want to get to level 100. Egg? I don't think I have anything to egg. Oh my god. These things are insane. Just popping up while I'm in the menu. Three levels to go, nice. Yeah, you'll be there soon then. Surprised with how smooth the leveling has been so far though. We haven't really had anything that was that difficult. Not yet. We've been pretty defensive though with our gearing and passives and everything. You don't really need that much damage early on, so you can kind of go full defense. XP tomes are terrible. Why'd they have to nerf them? I don't even think this is the point where they fall off yet. That's probably not worth the close XP tomes. It's probably better to just get the further nodes, I think. Always Nemesis in the Spire map. That's how the game trolls you. It knows you want to click the button. Oh. Okay. That's a spicy one. Alright, we're gonna clear the Spire and then go back. That is a spicy Nemesis. How can I see it? What do you mean? I clicked it. I already know what it has. It has unstable core. "91 mana, 12%. High alley damage is actually really good. Wow, okay. Oh my god, poison. Yes. Oh. Right, I forgot we do a lot of damage. Never mind. The Nemesis boss? No, you mean Harbinger boss. No, I'm not there yet. Not quite. Nemesis plus Spire, yeah. Yeah. The guy that comes out? Oh. Yeah, yeah. Spicy for the loot, yeah, exactly. Spicy loot. That is a nice find. I hope we do get something good out of that. You had a commercial? Oh. Yep. Yeah, it was just a pretty good roll unstable core. If I can somehow get int on that, that would be basically my endgame chess piece already. Probably not gonna happen. But we can dream. I feel like our RNG has been pretty good so far this run. So maybe. The gods are... they feel bad for me for the last run. So they're helping me out with the RNG, I think. Seems to be what's going on. The RNG gods. They feel bad for me. Hey, let's go! Thank you so much for the sub, Brum. Welcome to the crew. Much appreciated. Big sight. Hey, Captain, what's up? Long time no see. How are you doing? We're taking the build into hardcore. Ooh, let's not get killed by the Spire. Two big camps of argument between. Well, I think that you have people who've only played COF saying MG is better, and you have people that have only played MG saying COF is better. But the people who have played both, to any significant degree, generally say that Merchant Guild is better. So even if, like, my opinion doesn't matter as an only COF player, I rely on the opinions of those who've played both. Yeah, we're blasting. We're our gear is pretty spicy. The build is definitely coming together. Actually, this is not what we want. Yeah, it is. Never mind, that is what we want. I lied. Actually, do we even have any Glyph of Envies yet? Do they only drop in Empowered? I feel like they do, right? Let's see, do we have any ones that I can empower? No. Feels bad. Yeah, our gear is pretty insane. Like, look at this. Hold on. Look at this. We have Enigma with crit chance. We have a pretty spicy wand. We have an LP storm carved. Pretty nice. Boots are not bad. We have a... What is this? T6 int Jorah's ring already? Like, this is some solid gear. We're level 79. We are geared up. Not even in empowered monos yet. A wand we can empower? Oh, I meant ascend, not empower. I don't know why I said empower. Solid red ring? I wish I had a red ring. Actually, I don't even have enough attributes for red ring yet. It wouldn't matter. If I had a red ring right now, I probably wouldn't use it. There's no point using red ring. I guess the resists are nice. I probably would use it. And then rip it into software. Lamau. You can put rares into eggs? Can you? Is that true? No? Oh, okay. I don't know if I would. Even if I could, probably wouldn't bother. I guess technically you could craft some stuff. You'd get the exact affixes you want, throw it in the egg, and then maybe get like triple T7 or something. That'd be pretty cool. I do like that idea. Empower one. Yeah, fair. Wait, what just happened? I'm logging out. I don't want to... If I'm lagged or something with my character, I'm not going to mess with that server warning. We're not playing around. Red ring, you meant the Joe start. Yeah, true. It is a spicy ring. That was literally what dropped from our T1 Jorah. It dropped an int ring and an LP Jorah. I mean, obviously it's always LP. But, and then I slammed it and got it. Big RNG. To be fair though, that's the first time I've ever gotten the first Jorah slam on any character, so. Yeah, it's a really good one. It was meant to be. It's crazy how much damage you do though when you have Enigma before empowered. It's like actually insane. I mean, even without Enigma, you have a lot of damage. If I could get some good slam on this Stormcarve too, that would be good. I don't have any relics for it though. Not yet. Maybe someday we can dream. Am I swapping Meteor? No, I don't think so. The only way I would swap Meteor is if Static Orb gave me more mana back than Meteor, which I don't think is going to happen. So Meteor gives back like 170 or something. You need a very high mana cost Static Orb to get that much back. I do already have Focus, so it's not like there's anything else I could replace it with. Maybe Snap Freeze, I guess. I don't know. Probably not worth though. Alright, let's see what our Unstable has. Man, oh my god, man. I mean, at least it's usable, right? It's a usable affix. It gives us damage. It's a bit clunky. Yeah, sometimes the attack doesn't actually trigger. Or sometimes you trigger it twice. Neither of which is ideal. I just want to pop that Unstable Core. I don't know if I can use it yet though, because I need my chest piece for a crit reduction. At least for the next few levels. How risky do we think Harbinger is at this point? How much mana below? You could probably swap at like 1100 or 1200 and one-shot some bosses. Maybe even 1000 if you're doing like low corruption. Depends what you want to one-shot. Depends on the rest of your gear. Yeah, it still gives me increased damage, which is not too bad. Intor mana is probably the best. Only 400. Yeah, yeah. It is a bit of a grind. At least it gives you something to work towards, though. Your endgame goals. The frost law is good in the meantime. It's not too bad though. Yeah, there's so many levels of progression. A lot of options. A lot of different gear that you could use. Hey, what up, Curse? How's it going? How's your stream this pleasant night? This Friday Eve? Or not Friday Eve, Friday evening. You can tell it's late for me. Getting very tired. Did you end up re-rolling a new character today? You pivoted to Meteor. Like pure Meteor or Harbinger of Stars? You are doing the belt? Yeah, you probably have enough mana for it, I imagine, right? How are you dealing with mana? Did you switch back to Glacier? To Volcanic Orb, really? That's an off meta. That's an off meta pick. How's that going? It's actually legit? How does it compare to like Glacier or 1 to 1.5? That's really good. That's actually solid. Alright, get ready for this. Are you ready? T6. 115% lightning damage. Actually solid. Please don't kill me, poison. You gotta risk it all sometimes, you know? Don't read chat. I've been reading chat all day and all yesterday. I haven't stopped reading the chat. I can't use this yet because we need the crit reduction. That's the problem. We have 28 here, 40 here, 68. See, maybe we can. Maybe we can use it. It might be worth. We lose armor, don't we? Actually not that much. 700 mana though. You're running the Meteor mana regen tech? Nice. Yeah, I think there's some synergy there. If you're doing the fire one, you get Craterborn, right? If you're doing... I assume you're doing fire, right? Is that my tech? I think I first saw it on like a really old, dreadful video, to be honest. Like a long, long time ago. It's not a new tech. Or maybe I did it first and then saw it. I don't actually remember. I'm pretty sure I saw it first on a dreadful video and then did it. Yeah, fire pen. Yeah, the fire pen's huge. It's like 75%. 2 million. What? How do you have it at 2 million? Is that the... Oh yeah, you're right. The damage is weird. I remember I had it at like 500k and it didn't actually do much damage. What do I need in order to... Yeah. I need crit reduction, which I get from Rune Master. I need this right here. I don't have enough passive points yet. With the Void Sphere? Void Sphere is really awkward. I've tried it a bit, but it never felt good for me. Maybe there's like a different way to build it. Alright, you gotta go? Alright, thanks for dropping in. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you have a great night. No deaths, I hope not. I'm probably about to do the timeline boss, and then we're gonna call it a night. Win or lose, that is gonna be the end of the stream. So hopefully we don't lose. Decent volcanic orb damage. I don't think Enigma's that great. I don't think Enigma's that great because I don't think you get the whole spark charge synergy with shrapnel. Pretty sure it doesn't work. Could be wrong on that. You have to go? Alright, thank you for dropping in. I will need the good luck here. Harbinger is scary. Mainly because I haven't actually fought it legit for quite a while. I've just been one-shotting it. I don't remember how the fight goes. Ah, stupid dialogue, dude. In the middle of combat, too. Game's trying to kill me now. I can feel it. Oh, okay. That was anticlimactic. I think we can get one more level up before we fight the Harbinger. We don't want that. Why did I even pick that up? That belongs on the ground. Alright, we're pretty close. It's almost Harbinger time. Mana spent gained is worth. That's not bad. I don't think that beats what I have. I think I'm gonna push for one more level up real quick before we do Harbinger. Not that I really need it. And then I might do a respec so that I can use the unstable core. I don't know if that's worth it using unstable for. Maybe not. I do give up armor and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I don't know if that's even enough crit reduction. How much do we have? Okay, so we have 40 here, 28, so it's 68. I don't think we have anything other than the chest. Yeah. So I do need all of it.
Hello, traveler.
I think we can, though. Yeah, these are all fixed. I can't change them. Okay, that's 18. How much did I say I needed? We have 40 here. It's, low roll. Okay, I don't think there's much else we can do. This ring is terrible. You can see it under defense? Huh. You are correct. We are missing 14. I do want to deal with that. I need 2 points from somewhere. I could take it out of this mana, and I might actually do that.
Traveler.
I think that's the least important thing I can take it out of. There, 98.
Do not dwell on regrets.
That's pretty good. Alright, here we go. So we have 680 mana. We have a bit less armor and resting ward. I don't know if this is actually a good idea for me to do this. We lose a lot of int. I don't even know if this gives me more damage. Let me check. 5,900 versus 53. It gives me a little bit more damage. I don't know if it gives me more defense though. We lose armor. We gain mana, which will be mana spent gained as ward. Which we do have here and here. Yeah, we lose like over 100 mana. I think this is probably worth it. We're gonna have much higher ward. Well, if I die, we can say it was because of my poor decision making. Probably should go to bed, to be honest. So it is almost midnight and I am tired. But I think we can probably finish this off. It's a little bit sketchy. I mean, the main thing was we have fire res. We do have a pretty good amount of armor. This is a lot. We're pretty tanky. How much ward do we get per cast here? Like over 200. It's pretty significant. Alright. Well, here we go. If I'm gonna rip, this is probably where it will be. I can't see what's going on. Alright, there we go. I do not remember how this fight goes. Oh my god, there's fireballs everywhere. Wow, still no armor though. Feels bad. Unfortunate. Okay, not bad. Spicy. Let's go. Minion damage or minion bow damage? I would assume minion damage because it's generic and a higher roll. Minion damage should also apply minion bow damage, I think.
How are you? Oh, and Traveler. You'll need to fight them. Alive.
What is this thing? Let's go. Making progress. Okay, let's unlock Empowered. Where am I even supposed to go? There we go. You found a use for your fire star? Does it ignite volcanic orb? Fire acid? Okay, that's interesting. Why does it just take me back to where I just was? What is the point of this? You had a 4-up. Okay. That's pretty spicy. What is number one priority? Probably all res, I think. We'll just check here. We have our empowered mono. Let's go. There it is. Empowered. Easy game. Love it. Oh, actually, I shouldn't be allocating that because it's gonna. If I remove my unstable, it'll brick it. I don't feel like dealing with this. We'll just leave it. Alright, there we go. That was a good run. We made a lot of progress. Let's do a host. Let's see if anybody's on. Mr. Presidential Debate? What is this? AI Trump versus Biden. Okay. There's 500 viewers on... Last Epoch right now. All right, let's give a raid to our boy Skylar, who is a frequent in the Discord. Hold on. Oh my god, I'm trying to... Yeah, thank you guys so much for dropping in. Really appreciate you all coming and hanging out. Let's show some love to our friend Skylar with a raid. All right, catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.